Welcome then guys, in this video, as you can see on your screen now, is the image that you've all been seeing across videos, the internet, everywhere else in between. And this is the image that has been released by Activision and Sledgehammer Games in regards to the final reveal of the worst kept secret in Call of Duty, and that is that we are going to be getting World War II in November. Now, obviously everybody's been talking about this particular image in regards to the dog tags, his eyes, looking at obviously someone getting buried or someone's being executed, or, you know, all those kind of good things. But what I'm more concerned about is how this game is actually going to be playing out. Now, as we know, coming in on Wednesday, the 26th of April, we are going to get the first trailer for this particular game. So we have a little snippet of exactly what it's actually going to be looking like. Got some certain reservations that we're going to be talking about whilst I'm doing a commentary gameplay. What we are going to be thinking about is mainly about the campaign. For one, the campaign I think is going to be playing beautifully no matter what. I got some good expectations in regards to how the campaign will play out. My only concerns are mainly due down to the multiplayer side of things, because, like, obviously, no, as when we actually get the trailer, we'll only see a little snippet of the actual multiplayer. We're not going to see anything until later on into the year, especially then towards, like, the beta. I would imagine we'll get another beta. I would imagine that will happen at some particular time. I'm hoping that it's going to be a very good time, you know, kind of around, like, the August period, the way, like, Black Ops 3 did it, not stupidly like the way Infinity Ward done it, like just before the actual launch, so they got time to like change things and you know, alter things the best way that they can before the actual launch, so we get the best launch date possible. But it is going to be very good, and we are going back to boots on the ground, which everybody's happy about. There is absolutely no doubt about it. Ooh, there we go. I thought to myself, what better way to actually be talking about World War II than playing the most futuristic Call of Duty title we have ever had. Now, obviously, as we know, this particular game did not go down well at all. Because talking about trailers, do you remember like when this trailer was actually released? I mean, the dislikes grew and they grew and they grew. I think it got to like 2 odd million, maybe more. I'm not too sure. I lost count in the end, but it was some crazy number. There's no doubt about it. Now, I would imagine World War II reveal trailer will not have that kind of issue whatsoever. I think that game will do very well indeed. Hello. Oh, look at him. Yeah, so I would imagine the trailer is going to be very well received by the community in general, because I mean, like, this one didn't go down too well, and especially in regards to the actual numbers online at this present moment of time. This game is pretty much dying. That they put like kill confirmed, front and team defender together. They put I can't remember, frontline in another game mode together, just to try and help populate the playlist, because you know the numbers are seriously. Ooh, Jesus, he's gone. Seriously dwindling down at this present moment of time. It's very hard, even like with Team Deathmatch, to actually find a different lobby or anything else like that in between. So it's going to be interesting on that kind of side of things, as to see how well the trailer is actually going to be received by the community in general. Oh, bro, Jesus. So what we're going to first talk about is basically, let's talk about the movement system. Come on, I mean, that's the big thing in regards to Call of Duty at this present moment in time, is the movement system. Now, the future setting is obviously a bit of a problem. People don't like to be running around on the moon or the Mars or anything else in between, nor do I. But at the end of the day, it is kind of, in a certain sense, kind of cosmetics, you know. But the biggest problem really is the fact that we've got a movement system. We've got this 3D movement system. People really cannot stand it. Personally, for me, I don't crazily dislike it. I don't think it suits Call of Duty whatsoever. Now, that is just mainly due to the... Oh, look at it. He's disappeared. We won't be seeing this shit in World War II. That's for fucking certain. Some guy just randomly disappearing. Oh, into thin air. But, yeah, with the movement system, you've got a 3D movement system. People don't want to see it, and people don't want to be boosting around. Like I said, I don't mind it. It just does not suit Call of Duty, just mainly to the fact that how fast it is, how small the maps are. You know, you get spawned and people are on you straight away and things like that. It is highly frustrating. It does work for Titanfall 2, but with Titanfall 2, you've got like bigger maps and everything else in between. So I think Call of Duty do need to leave that kind of way of playing absolutely alone. There is no doubt about it. Oh, look at that. Missed him, buddy. Oh, where's he gone? He's playing hide and seek. Everyone loves hide and seek at the moment, doesn't they? Oh, look, he's gone. He's fucking run off. But yeah. So it is a bit of a problem. So we are going to be going back to boots on the ground, which is a very, very good thing, I think, in general for a Call of Duty. But what I'm a little bit concerned about is how far back in regards to movement system. Now, when you play Call of Duty 4, you're very, very rigid in everything that you do. Now, Call of Duty 4 was great in its heyday, but in this modern day times, I feel that, yes, boots on the ground, very, very good, but I don't want it to be rigid. I really, really don't want it to be rigid. I want to be able to, like, at least mantle with my weapon up. I want to be able to slide and all that kind of good things as well. I just don't want it to be too, like, stuck in the mud, kind of, so to speak. So that's one little thing that I've got a little bit of reservations on. Also, is basically, oh, I thought my mate had in there. The other one is the weapons. Now, obviously, because it's based on a real war, they're going to be basically using real weapons, aren't they? At the end of the day. I mean, don't get me wrong, a lot of these weapons are actually based on real-life weapons or weapons that they reckon are actually in development to a certain degree. But when you base it that far back and you base it actually on a war, you pretty much limit yourself to what kind of weapons that you're going to be able to implement into the game. So that's another issue for me as well. Obviously, there are quite a lot of weapons in World War II. There are a lot of different countries made, you know, there are different types of versions of assault rifles, SMGs and stuff like that. I mean, they'll pick out probably the best ones that you can actually use. So it is going to be good. It's not going to be so far back where we're literally doing single shotguns or anything else like that. But I do feel that they've limited themselves, because like with Black Ops 2, that was like a fictional war, and even though they based those weapons on real life weapons, at least they could get a bit creative if they wanted to and stuff like that. So I got a little bit of reservations with that, and then along with the weapons as well as the way the class setup actually works, I definitely want them to stick with like the pick 10, pick 13 system. I think that's what Sledgehammer Games absolutely implemented into the game in Advanced Warfare. I think that would be the better way to go, not going too, you know, too rigid, because if you think back to World War II, you didn't have crazy amounts of attachments. You know, I don't think you even had red dotted sights or things like that. Do you know what I mean? Everything was pretty basic in regards to your kind of your attachment things that you actually had. So, oh, there you go, buddy. So that's a little bit of a concern for me as well. Then another one is also going to be like the score streaks and stuff like that. Now, I'd imagine they are going to be okay. This is probably the least one that I'm actually worried about at this present moment in time. That's mainly due to the fact that because like back then they didn't have anything crazy. I really liked, even like on Black Ops 2, where you have like the Lodestar and things like that. It's a bit of fun. Even like Modern Warfare 3, where we have the AC-130 and, you know, all those kind of things. So obviously with World War II, they didn't really have that many things. Obviously, I would imagine dogs are going to make a return. That's going to happen, I would imagine. We'll have frame throwers, launchers. They did have, obviously, some forms of... Bastard. Some forms of actual, like, helicopters and planes, Spitfires. You know, yeah, no, they didn't have any helicopters, did they, actually? I don't think. Oh, tell a lie. I don't think it did. It obviously had, like, like, certain planes and stuff like that. So, it's kind of, yeah, it's kind of limited in the way that they're doing it in regards to going that far back. And when you go that far back, one thing that has been a problem with Call of Duty recently is the actual score streaks. Since Black Ops 2, the score streaks really haven't been that much fun. So if they do implement, obviously, these kind of score streaks in, and, you know, they're not going to be like some crazy futuristic ones, I hope that they kill. I hope they feel really, really rewarding when you actually use them. It's nothing more frustrating, like in this game, like the Wardens are probably about the only thing that's actually good. You know what I mean? It's just, they're so rubbish. I mean, like 9 times out of 10, everybody runs UAV, counter UAV, and advanced UAV, mainly to try and obviously get the nuclears and whatnot else, but because they're probably like the only thing that really works. I mean, the Vulture doesn't kill anyone until you die, and then it chases after the person and kills them after that. You're like, what? It doesn't work for me. So they're the kind of reservations that I do have. Don't get me wrong, I'm really, really looking forward to the game. I am hyped about it to a certain degree. I've just got a few reservations about how it's actually going to be planned out. I just want to be honest with you guys, but leave it in the comment section below exactly what you think about this. It's going to be interesting to see what you guys actually want into the game. How you know, how basic or, you know, how much you want in regards to like movement systems and what type of things that you actually want implemented into the game. But anyway, guys, leave it all in the comment section below. It'd be absolutely amazing. If you guys could drop a like for me, if you actually enjoyed this video, it'd be absolutely amazing. Also, subscribe if you're new to the channel. We are going to be bringing lots of new videos. And also, join me in my live streams where we will be discussing all these kind of topics all the way building up to the actual launch of World War II. So anyway, guys, this is going to be nearly last checking out, and I'll catch you later.